Hi, I'm Jess, welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met before, I love to show you how to make easy, healthy, delicious, nutritious recipes that you're actually gonna look forward to eating. And if we have met before, welcome back to your weekly meal prep. Your breakfast this week is a raspberry mini egg baked oats. Your lunch is a 1-pan Marry Me chicken ORZO, and your snack or dessert is a vanilla chocolate chip cookie chia seed pudding. All you need are 2 baking dishes, 4 containers, and you're good to go. 31 minutes of prep time, and you let your oven and your fridge do the rest of the heavy lifting so you can get on with the things that matter. I upload a brand new meal prep every single week, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and let's do this. Vamos! What else is there saying? What is it in French? Allez? I don't know, but let's just do this. The first thing we're gonna get started on is the Marry Me chicken ORZO. I want you to preheat your oven to 180, get your kettle on to boil, make sure you have all of your ingredients out in front of you, and then we're gonna hit that timer button. I'm gonna be timing it on my phone, so let's get going. First thing we want to do is make your stock. I'm gonna do this in 2 lots. I'm gonna do 400 mils for the stock, and then I'm gonna dissolve the soft cheese in 300 mils. Set that to the side. Start with your onion, and you're just gonna very roughly dice this. There's literally no need to be neat with this. It's all gonna be baked in the oven, so who cares? This meal prep is designed for minimal washing up, minimal effort, maximum taste, food that you're actually gonna wanna eat. If you want to save even more time, you can buy pre-cut onion. Of course, I've got a moldy onion. Excellent. We'll just cut that bit out. You can, if you have a bit more time, you can fry this before you add it to your dish. You're trying to beat the clock like I am, which I think I'm gonna fail at, to be honest. Especially because we've got a moldy bloody onion in there. That bit, in it goes. Then we go in with some garlic. If you want to use pre-chopped garlic, you definitely can. I'm gonna go with 4 cloves of garlic. Enormous. It was like twins. I'm just gonna very roughly chop this. If you've watched my meal preps before, you will know how I feel about garlic. If you haven't watched my meal preps before, I love garlic. The more garlic, the better, especially in dishes where there's pasta or it's creamy, actually just anything. I think more garlic is always the answer. So if you're not garlic inclined, please feel free to use less. Garlic goes in. Is Jess making a mess everywhere? Yes, she is. 200 grams dried ORZO in. Basil, just gonna tear like that, and then roughly slice this up. In. Oh, smell of fresh basil is so good. Move your veggies out of the way. We're gonna go in with our chicken. We're gonna dice the chicken up into small chunks like this, and just in with the ORZO and your onions and your garlic. You could use pre-cut chicken. I've actually before with this recipe roasted a whole chicken and then used chicken breast from that chicken, which is a really good way if you want to prep chicken without having to cut anything and actually do anything to it. Is a really easy way to do it. So if you've had a roast dinner and you've got leftovers, then this recipe will totally work. If you want to buy pre-diced chicken, that will save you some time as well. One more. With this recipe, I'd serve it with a big side salad or tender stem broccoli, fine beans, lots of leafy green volume foods. That's our chicken done. Some Marry Me chicken recipes involve pesto. This one doesn't, but you do need to make your own sun-dried tomato paste, which is really easy to do. You just take sun-dried tomatoes from the jar, add them into a blender, and then give them a brum. Sun-dried tomatoes, straight in. We're gonna add some Parmesan. I'm using bone broth instead of stock. It's higher in protein, it's full of collagen, it tastes just as nice, and it's got less ultra-processed foods in. So that is going in. And then we add the remaining 300 mils of water, and we're gonna dissolve a whole packet of soft cheese, which if you don't have soft cheese, cream cheese will work the same. This soft cheese essentially doesn't contain any ultra processed foods. It has one ingredient in it, which is milk, and it's so much cheaper than buying branded things like Philadelphia. But if you can only get Philadelphia, that works too. Dissolve that soft cheese in the hot water, then add to the dish. Black pepper, good pinch of salt, and then mix well. You want the sun-dried tomatoes to be incorporated, you want the orzo to be totally covered, and everything to be just nicely mixed together, essentially. And time. So far, we're at 13 minutes and 45 seconds of prep. This is gonna go in the oven for 20 minutes, and we're gonna get started on our breakfasts. I want you to tidy everything away, reset your space, and get all of your ingredients out for your breakfast dish. The full ingredients list is in the caption below. Do this. Breakfast. Easter is around the corner and we're gonna get a bit festive with it. We're gonna do a mini egg raspberry baked oats. We don't need a mixing bowl. We're gonna mix everything in a baking dish. Okay, we're gonna hit go. We need 150 grams of oats. I think that's gonna do it. 40 grams of vanilla protein powder. I'm using the More Nutrition vanilla ice cream. Like that. Teaspoon of baking powder, like that. Wet ingredients. We need 200 mils of milk. If you're using a different kind of protein powder, you might need more or less milk. Add it gradually, make sure it gets to the same consistency as mine. We need 1 egg, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and some Greek yogurt. Okay, that might be nice and fire. We mix this together. Doesn't have to be perfectly smooth. And then add it into your dry ingredients. Take your big old spoon. You're just gonna mix everything together. Try not to make a mess. Until it starts to form a cake-like consistency. Make sure you're getting in all the corners. But this is the kind of consistency you're looking for. You're gonna add your frozen raspberries. We're gonna crush up half of the mini eggs. It's quite good at getting any anger out. Very loosely crushed, you're just gonna add those in. And then add in a handful whole ones and mix. Your frozen raspberries are going to release some water when they bake, so don't worry if your mixture is a little bit thicker than you would want, because when they release water, it'll be fine. You're going to smooth out the top once everything's all mixed in, and then just stick in your remaining mini eggs. I left about 15 grams of mini eggs, and stop the clock. 21.5 minutes of meal prep so far. And we're almost done. Those are your mini egg baked oats ready to go in the oven. They're gonna go in with the orzo for 25 minutes, check them. They could need another 5 minutes on top of that. You know the drill already. Clean up your space and then we'll get on to our dessert. One more for last. Time has just gone off for our orzo and it's time to give it a stir. We want to give it a stir so that things don't stick to the bottom and things aren't in big clumps next to one another. I actually put this recipe up on my TikTok about 1.5 years ago and it's got about 2 million views, which is crazy. Trust me, it's delicious. Starting the timer again and grating cheese for the top. I'm gonna start with 60 grams, but this is Eat Lean cheese, so I might actually go for more because it's higher in protein, lower in fat, lower in calories, which is amazing. I feel like I'm steaming my face. Standing over this steaming dish, just over the top like this. Stop the timer, and this is gonna go back in the oven for another 20 minutes. That is what we're looking like right now. We've made it. Final dish. Snack, dessert, whatever you want to call it. We're doing a high-fibre chocolate chip chia seed pudding. We're going to hit go. And we're going to start by making a vanilla protein shake. 460 mils of milk. 457, it'll do. 40 grams of our More Nutrition protein shake. I find that this vanilla has a really natural flavour to it. It doesn't have a like really sweet, horrible aftertaste. It actually just tastes like melted vanilla ice cream. We're gonna shake and let this settle. We've got our chia seeds. We're gonna do 8 tablespoons, which is 2 tablespoons per portion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's 8. Then we're gonna add our protein shake to our chia seeds. Stir to combine. And the trick with chia seed pudding, you wanna leave it for 5 minutes so that the chia seeds start to absorb all that liquid. Pinch of salt and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And mix again. And pause. 25 minutes, 55 seconds, and we are so close to being done. Leave your chia seeds to the side for 5 minutes, let them start to absorb all of that vanilla milkshakey goodness, and then we're gonna give it a really good mix to make sure that those chia seeds don't all clump together and give you a really unpleasant texture. Use this time to give your kitchen a bit of a clean up, put all your ingredients away, maybe put the kettle on, have a cup of tea. It's time to stir our chia pudding, and you can see how it started to kind of form these big clumps. Let's get the timer going. Give it a really good mix. Get rid of all of those big clumps of chia seeds that have started to form that you'll see in there. If there's any lumps of protein powder as well, you just want to make sure those are mixed in with the milk. So I can see a couple where I didn't give it the best of shakes. Last thing we're gonna do with this one, dark chocolate chips. It's a chocolate chip cookie chia pudding after all, and mix those chocolate chips through. So that is what your chia pudding is gonna look like. We're gonna put this in the fridge to set for a couple of hours, and then we're gonna come back and divide it up into equal portions. I've just had a check on our mini egg and raspberry baked oats. They're at the bottom of the oven, which is obviously cooler than at the top, but they need a little bit longer, so I'm gonna give them another 10 minutes. It's good. Marry me chicken orzo, your dinners for the week are all finished. Woofers. Raspberry mini egg baked oats breakfast is also finished and out of the oven. We're gonna let that cool completely. And now go and put your feet up. Our chia seed pudding isn't ready yet. You need to leave it at least an hour before you divide it up into equal portions. This stuff looks so good. And we only prepped for 27 minutes. 27 minutes. Final push. Our snacks for the week, your dessert. Whenever you want to eat it, it's super high in fibre. It's gonna help you curb any sweet cravings that you've got. Our chia pudding is looking pretty perfect, to be honest. Give that a really good mix up, and it can thicken inside our containers. We're gonna start the clock, and we're gonna divide our chia pudding equally into our 4 containers. Let's go. Oh no, I'm making an absolute pig's ear of this. Try and be less messy if you can. I'm throwing it all over the place. I wonder if I can salvage it. I'm in woof, that's good. I got these pots from a charity shop. Aren't they cute? They're perfect for things like chia seed pudding. No, I've made such a mess. Last one. Make sure your scales are at 0 every time. Have I made a mess? Yes. Does it matter? No. Final touch. We're just gonna crumble some cookies on the top. And time. 31 minutes and 6 seconds. I reckon we could have done it quicker. How cute is that chia seed pudding? Lids go on, and then these just need to live in the fridge until you're ready to eat them. If you've got room in your fridge, you don't even need to divide these up into Tupperware if you don't want to. Bung some tin foil on the top of both of them and just cut your portion when you're ready to go. And that is your meal prep for the week done. Your breakfast, lunch, snack or dessert, prepped in 31 minutes. There is 31 minutes of work involved, and you are covered for your week. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate it, and let me know in the comments which recipe you're most excited to try.